All right, how you guys doing? This is the second part of it. You guys just call me Haru or Israel, whatever you want to call me, but I just go by Haru. But the second part to the whole idea of trying to create a solid solution for like Oakland City and other cities is besides having the organization of determining when, is trying to get the souls of the people as another health in their mindset to a certain degree, and working, trying to get some money, but also creating their entertainment and the visuals and how we see ourselves. Times are changing. Like people are tired of just like only like lower vibrational music. People are eating healthier. Meditating, doing yoga. Um, so eating organic. So there's different healthier styles of lifestyle that people are doing. People are just tapping into their spirits and finding different ways of expressing themselves. So I think we need a house for that. I think we can all make it one house, but we need a temple, Zion, a place for that. And so what I'm going to call that place is call that Oakwinstudio, because Oakland wins. You see everything that's coming out of Oakland. I mean, Black Panther. We just make amazing films, and we're creative in all ways. So Oakwinstudio is what we're going to be representing, and one of the acronyms that is going to be important to it is called Spiritual Evolving Entertainment. So C. So Spiritual Evolving Entertainment, SEE. And so everything, the entertainment's all based on spiritual evolving. And so that's the whole platform. So if it's not about based on spiritual evolving, it won't be something that we really promote so much of, because we're trying to heal trauma and trying to make a better society, healthier society. And all these companies that's going to be under the My Nation Maaian, they're going to be co-ops. So I'll be dealing with other businesses through co-ops, in other nations and other corporations. They can do sub co-ops or something like that, but I'll be doing things through a co-op form business, unless doing some trust or some other things like that. But yeah, so another thing, part of the curriculum, or just the agenda for the Oakwinstudio, is to have a style of a program, and I created like an acronym for a functioning way of making sure you have a routine type of sequence. And so I call that DAP. So like the Black Power, like DAP. You know what I'm saying? Like, so give me some DAP. So it's like DAP, right? So it's like Black Power, but it's also just unity and just connectivity. And so it's called DAP. That's the acronym. Stands for Discussion, Art, Performance. We always got to discuss and talk about things, and then see some artwork that manifests that discussion, and then have a performance, some type of something entertain you, to show you visually and emotionally how that those discussion really made you feel. So that's kind of like a process we're going to do. This idea is intellectual property, so you can copy it, I will sue you. So these things are definitely owned by Mymind, which is a subdivision of multiple companies under that, and have multiple companies. And also it's also part of the Nation of Maaian, which is not a company or a co-op. It's just a nation. It's not. It doesn't fit under no category of a corporation. So yeah, we're gonna have also too. We want to, the whole purpose of just creating a space. We want a space for to heal internal broken spirits. A lot of our spirits is broken, have been neglected, having traumas and different issues. So we want to create a type of like a spiritual guidance space where people that have worked on internal healing and meditative state and knowing how to address trauma will be there and be supportive. We also have an expression stage, a stage where you can just express yourself. Like we'll have different categories at different times, things we want you to express, or sometimes we'll just have free expression. We'll change it up. But pretty much this place is a place for oneness and trying to become whole, and having a supportive community to help you, and doing it through a business form of co-oping. One of the slogans that we have as Maaians is kind of similar to the slogan that America has. America has a slogan, it's "In God We Trust." We know that. Um, the Mayans, our word for, like, one of our words for God is Maya. Maya. Ma means a mother, and Ya means God. A lot of our language is kind of woven a little bit with Ifa, Yoruba. It's kind of mixed with a lot of couple of things. But yeah, so Ma and Ya, so it's like God, it's Mother God. So when we say Maya, say Mother God. So we say, and the Mother God in us we trust. So it's the God in us we trust. That's what we say. So when we say the Maya in us we trust, and that's what kind of what we go by of our guide, our source, because the God in us we trust is the source, and so that's our compass, and that we go by, and how we articulate our whole behavior and our whole existence, and before it even gets to money, because Maayans know that our currency, our energy itself, our soul itself represents the true currency of life, like, which manifests into other forms of currency, from dollars to bitcoins to anything else. It's just a currency of our energy and how we participate. And so we always, as Maayans, we're always responsible for how we're participating in life, and so we have to always own our currency. And so you, as a Mayan, you always have to own your currency, like and really we can't, in certain guidelines of selling your energy and currency, like, so you can't slave yourself, like certain things you can't do, Mayans, but that's for a different discussion. But yeah, so what we'll be doing for, based on, like, how we connect, which is the Maya, and the God in us we trust. We'll be having, like, a collective of trust, where you can donate or invest into Oakwinstudio or Determined to Win. We're the first initiative we're going to be working on is planting seeds for man, teaching man the importance of planting seeds and allowing things to grow and manifest in their life, so they can be good examples to their sons and daughters, and have a healthy vibrational connection to a beautiful queen that's been waiting for a long time for a man to be there for her. And so we can start developing man and get that going. Um, so there. So yeah, like, I want to articulate this again. So, like, it's they're co-ops. So Mymind, Determined to Win, Oakwinstudios, they're all co-ops. They're not corporations. They're under Mayan Nation Tribe. Um, Also, make sure it's clear that Mayan is not a corporation at all, or it's not a co-op. It's a sovereign nation. Um, and so what we do, we don't do taxes. We don't tax necessarily. Well, like, we don't call it taxes. We just call it support. Supporting the tribe, supporting the community. Like, we want the habit of knowing the internal. If we know in God we trust, and God, and if we know God is in us, we know that God is everything too. And so we want to support everything the best way we can, when our hearts is seeing that something needs to be done. Like, we guided by not necessarily our pockets, so we guided by our spirits. So one thing that we want to do is just, like, we want to like, automate a way to where you can, like, contribute, like PayPal or some other form. So this form, like, you can automate, so, like, if things that we're, like, promoting to you and letting you know that need service or helping out for the community, or, like, we can just promote it to you, and you be like, hey, I want to do that. Okay, boom. Because, a lot of times you see homeless people, you do that, and you want to help, but it's like any crazy, like, you come on TV, right? And you see all these commercials helping people in Africa or different countries, but you never see nobody coming all these commercials are helping people in America. So like we gonna commercialize and support little things that's going on in America. That's what Oakwinstudio is gonna do. We're gonna support locally stuff going on that needs to be happening. It needs to help and promote those things and bring that to the city and to the world. So let's talk about with this being said, intellectual property. Um, with Maayans, we have intellectual property. We also have intellectual currencies. It's two different forms of like spiritual ownership. Like we really guide our internal spirit and how we use our productivity and what we use it on. We're very cognizant of how we are in this world. Um, and the only thing we do know too, like every soul has something to offer, and we don't. We have. I know you guys used to go in this old notion of sacrifice. We don't do that sacrifice because nothing. Things die, but that's silly. You only sacrifice when you give yourself to die. And why would you give yourself to die if you want to live for someone? And I know I came back into this realm to live for you guys, actually, to live and be with you guys and grow with you guys and show you the areas that I need improvement on too, and so you know how though even though I'm a conscious being, what you guys call God or whatever like that, I'm that spirit. I'm still in the human flesh, and I still have vices and things that I need to manage and balance out my aura, my energy, my health, and so we'll be doing these things together, and it'll be great, building together. Um, so. So we all know that all souls have something to offer, and so like X-Men and mutants, we all have different powers. No matter what our different ethnicities or skin complexion, the melanin content, we all are really have different perceptions of the same source information, but coming from different channels, from cultural experience through different ages, and so a lot of things are very personalized in people's identities. So therefore, when someone says something that's not directly in line from your personal beliefs, you attacking them. So you guys go back and forth, and instead you try to find common ground, to find a principle, and that's what my audience do. We look at everything and we find a common ground and principle. We just coming together in one, and we try to find unity, or we try to find harmony within ourselves, because we want to be in tune to like the nature, like the birds, and we want to just have really be in tune, like Atlanteans and serious beings, like really high level conscious beings that know how to astral project and travel around the planet. Like we can do so much things as human beings with our macabre and our energy. So many things I can teach, but this is the point. I'm talking about doing something about it, and I want to Determine the Win organization and Oakwinstudios were some good things that I want community and everybody to come together, help me put together and do, because and we can start in Oakland. What a great place to put it at, right after Black Panther had, like, say, having having this big thing coming to Black, have coming to Oakland being built by Black Panther. Maybe my spirit is just the Panther, because I am a Native American. That is one of our old ancient Olmecan things, is a Panther. So I am a Panther spirit. So very warlike and very cunning and very fast. And so yes, we should do that. And I'm not in Africa. I'm in America. Even though I do have DNA roots in Africa, from all over, from Canaanite land, from Kemet. I have a lot of DNA. I'm an old soul. So, but anyways, um, so yeah, so what we have, under Mayan tribe, which I own, we have Mymind, we have Determined to Win, we have Oakwinstudios, and it's also let you know, Maaian is a sovereign nation. It's separate from any government or nation. It's protected by universal law, international law, tribal law. So it's a different kind of order, but I respect all international law. I'll go by those conditions too. And I also make sure in other countries, America and other countries, have to go by the conditions of that international law and universal law dealing with me too. So it's vice versa. And mutual respect as humans supposed to have and need to have. I only can pass down ownership to a person or my children. Usually, if I pass on ownership to, if I have potentially have a children of her, I have a ceremony and make sure the spirit is there to put for them to pass on the responsibility of it. I just don't inherit this, so like, well, I can't just have a child and die, and just like the child inherits everything. No, I have to actually pass it on. Um, so it's kind of one thing I do as a Mayan. It's a kind of like how what chiefs do and tribe leaders do. They make sure they have to pass it on. You know, if not, they kind of give it to the people. Like if they don't get to pass it on, the people, all the people have owns it, kind of like, so to a certain degree. But really, I mean, if something happens to me, I'm going to have specific people really running it that already is designated for only running it if something happens to me. But it won't just go to my child. And so we're definitely like looking for people to participate and help with any way, form that you feel that you can participate in making this a reality. Uh, Please definitely contact me. I will definitely be under the video, be leaving information for you guys to support, to donate, to invest, to just contact me. Um, and I just really want to just like do this really for my cousin. Like he only made one song, and it's very powerful. And like he said, it's his only chance to make it, and so it's like a premonition. So I feel like he was very aligned with what was going on with him in his life, and I feel like that energy, that purge, that negative purge, that criminal purge, that has transformed to this gentrification opportunities for people. He's a death from that purge, and a lot of these things are still going on. And he had a song called "Determined to Win," and he wanted to keep it so, and he wanted Oakland to keep it so. So I think it's important for us to represent, a native spirit like that believed in himself, but believed in you, and keeping your spirit, and that's the soul part, You have the ability to keep your spirit, and that's when you feel like you're really winning, when you're owning your spirit. So I'm definitely about to play my cousin's song after this. He has some CDs left over, about a couple hundred maybe. I've checked, I'm not sure. Don't quote me. But I'm going to, if you donate or invest, I'm going to give you a CD. And so with that CD will allow you to attend events, special access, promotions, forever like a VIP person. And also too, if you like donate like over $10,000, you'll receive some interest under the Mayan rule. And I'll go over that. What's one of the Mayan rules. But so I'll give you that information to donate. So yeah, say it's like over $10,000, you can get some interest on that donation. And I'll have CDs while supply lasts. So let's deal with the rule. Like I said, Mayan is its own nation, sovereign nation. It's an ancient nation. It's my spiritual nation. It's been around for a while. People don't know about it, but I said me and my spirit and it resonated. And so, well, the way we do things, I'll say whoever donates or invests at any time can be refunded. If interests have been accumulated to the point of refund, it will be added. After no individual, corporation, government, nation, institution, or policy can claim any ownership, can claim any ownership of any or all assets, including intellectual property, that it's control of Maaian and control of me, H'ru, or Israel. And therefore, and since I'm the only one that has the access to it, it has to go through me. And this, what this is called the sharsim clause. This is a sharism clause. The Mayan sharism clause, where I have the ability to refund you your full refund back for your money with interest at any time. Because why? Because the Maayans, our spirit is based, our currency is internal, so it's based on ethics and principles and character. So like if you're you can have all the money in the world, but if you're not coming with the right ethics and principles and character and spiritual structure, which is our structures are your guys business structures, but our business structures is based on spiritual things, integrity, compassion, um, love, yeah, forgiveness. These things are we weigh these things at these energies as if they actually are currency, because they are currency. They're our energy, and so therefore, if things are in touch, none enough money can keep us in it. Not enough money can keep us bounded by it. And so we will, if we have the money, we'll just give it right back to you. And like I said, this Mymind, determined to win, Oakwinstudios or co-ops, a part of Mayan's assets. And like once again, that Mayan is not a part of a corporation at all, at all. And my name is Ishrael H'ru Inkh Maáian. That is also not of a part of a corporation. That is also part of Mayan. Um, One thing that I do go by still, that because I have dual citizenship, because the genocide and lack of reparation, acknowledgement, some of the things that I haven't gotten to yet, but I still have that American name, Gregory Ashley. So I still go by that. I still know about that, but I'm I'm in the I live in my own nation, my own spiritual element, which is Ishrael H'ru Inkh Maáian. That's who I live in my spirit. That's who I am. So building this, determined to win, and building Oakwinstudios. I'm gonna need all the help in the world. I want to honor my cousin LJ. He really believed in this, like I said, own your soul, and he loved Oakland dearly. And this is definitely like a place like Black Panther. Movie was done, and so I think we should do something. And no one does it better than Oakland to celebrating life. How we get down. We have a great time. We turn up like nobody else. Um, and so, with that being said, I just want you guys to invest and donate and support Oakwinstudios and Determine to Win Co-op. There will be links below that you definitely can support. Um, it would be just an honor, and I'd be so grateful for you to do so. I'll talk about a little bit of Mayan tribe, like currency agreements and law policy. It's all based on cosmic order. And so, like I said, in the Maya, in us we trust, the God in us we trust. Um, Anyone can donate and invest. And so, like I've seen recently on online, P Diddy, like the millionaire brothers coming together, like they know something up, like something's popping, like everything's going down and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, and so I'm gonna give these powerful, wealthy, indigenous kings of this land a challenge. I'm gonna give you guys a challenge. And so I heard like it was P Diddy, I think it was you, right? Talking about the black man's God or something like that. So I'm gonna call it the Black Man God, just like black with all multiple men, MEN God challenge. And so who I'm gonna call out for this, of course I'm gonna call out you first, P Diddy, a little dancing, getting groove on. I'm gonna call Jay-Z out. I'm gonna call Nick Cannon out. I'm gonna call T.I. out, and I'm gonna call Kevin Hart out. And so, once again, I'm Ishrael H'ru Inkh Maáian. I'm a golden child. You guys, I'm here. I'm gonna be here. I'm not sacrificing myself. I'm gonna live. You know, if something happens to me, believe me, it wasn't on my. It wasn't just. It wasn't me giving in. It wasn't me. So, but I want to let you know I love you guys dearly. I love you guys all abundantly. Um, we know we have to do a lot of work. I'm going to teach a lot about internal work and internal reprogramming yourself, how to evolve your spirit from a lower vibration only and maintain of a higher balance and knowing healthy masculinity, healthy femininity, um, and maturity compared to immaturity, and to just deal with a lot of little different things. So I know these two videos are pretty long. I'm going to send some links at the bottom of these videos. Like I said, I love you dearly. Ishrael H'ru Inkh Maáian, native to this country. I should have to this country, to America, and definitely need to have a country and the connection to Africa because I have it all in my DNA. There's no reason why borders or walls or should restrict a spiritual being like Maayans, because we don't restrict. We go everywhere. We've been everywhere. We left Africa a long time ago. We was here before everybody here, building here. So I'm like one of the oldest natives here in this planet. My DNA is oldest in this land here. So I'm one of the oldest beings, and spiritually too. It's not genetically. It's not to boast me. It's just a saying. It's my marker of spiritual and genetic marker. And I love everyone, like wholeheartedly. Like I love like no other. I'm the spirit that y'all talk about. I'm here. Yes. Oh gosh, here it goes. But anyway, I love you guys. Bye.